Hi everyone, welcome. I can't believe we started today, and I could not be more excited. I love this group already. Your enthusiasm and your excitement just shows through, so it gets me really excited. I'm so glad that you're with me. I wanted to hop on to just welcome you and to give you just, I guess, some pro tips and some, just some information along the way. First of all, as much as I would love for you to share about, this faster way journey with everyone, I am asking you to please respect and honor the other members in this group. And um, I guess, I guess what I want to say is, what happens in the group stays in the group, and so this will just, you know, make everyone comfortable of what they're sharing in the group, that you are not sharing what they're saying. But by all means, share your own experience, um, and share the good news to others, because this is really a phenomenal program, and you will see the results if you are patient and if you give it time. Okay. All right. I sent each one of you an email. I hope you guys checked your email. And in there there's an assessment form that I'm asking you to fill out. And the assessment form will ask you for your weight and measurements. And this is the time when I want you to do it. Before we get started, I want you to step on the scale, take your weight, take your measurement, send the assessment form back to me. And then throughout this whole 8 weeks, I do not, do you hear me? I do not want you to step on the scale the whole entire time. Okay? We will step on the scale at the end of the program. And the reason why that is the case is because so much of our progress is not defined by the scale. Okay, so your body could be changing. Your body will be changing. Your body will be developing more muscles, and you'll be shedding fat. And sometimes the scale doesn't move, but you're gaining all these great gains, but the scale doesn't move. So the scale does not define your wins. So please, don't step on the scale. People do it all the time, but I don't want you guys to do it. Okay? Please don't step on the scale until we get to the very end. And I also ask for pictures. So I want pictures of your before and your after. And again, it's the same reason, is because sometimes the scale doesn't move, but your body has changed drastically. And sometimes we can't see that unless we've taken our pictures. So some of you have sent them in to me already. Thank you so much. But for those that haven't, please send them in. I just want a front, a back, a side view, and a flexing photo. So send those in, and preferably in good light, a very plain background. Whatever you can do, and I want you to be wearing something, like your workout clothes, or something that will show your shape, so that you can see the difference in shape. Okay? All right, that's out of the way. I want to talk to you about what each day will look like for you. So you'll probably get up in the morning, and then you'll check Facebook, and I will have a post. My post happens at 5 in the morning every morning, so I think that should be early enough for everybody to see it. And each day we'll have training, we'll have information, we'll have you directing you back to the portal to get more information, to learn more about that. So because in the portal is everything, all the information is in portal, but every day we're going to tackle it just a little bit at a time, and every day my training will take you back to the portal. Okay? 5 days out of the week we will be exercising, and they usually run around half an hour, sometimes a little over. They do include the warm-up in that time, but they don't include the cool down. So I'm just letting you know that if you need to stretch out at the end, or if you want to cool down at the end, you'll have to add in a few more minutes at the end. And that's okay. It's pretty quick. So if you plan to do your workout that day, That will be, 30, 35 minutes or so. You will most likely plan your meals out, or at least think about them. Think about what you're going to be eating. What are you going to be eating to break your fast? What are you going to be eating the mid meal? What are you going to be eating for dinner? It's just basically what you're planning. And the difference probably, I would assume for most of you, is that now we're switching over to whole foods. We're not um, opening up a can of anything, or try not to eat the processed foods. There was a good question about the bacon. Technically, I think bacon is probably processed, but it's okay in this. Okay, so so plan your meals. That's what it's going to look like, and then usually at the end of the evening, most people check back to my Facebook page because they want to see what everyone has posted that day, or whatever, and so that's what typically a day would look like. You'll check Facebook out in the morning. You'll do your exercise. You probably meal plan, eat all your food, and then check back in the evening. That's what a typical day will look like. So this week we are focusing on eating whole foods. Whole foods. So I say anything that has a mother or is from the ground. So we're just trying to eat, fruits and vegetables and chicken and beef and salmon and eggs if you can, and just good old-fashioned whole foods. Okay, try not to eat anything from a package. And it's a slow process. This is not about perfection. We're just making small changes along the way, and so eat whole foods. And then the other thing that you're working on this week is intermittent fasting. And you heard Amanda do a little training on that, and what I tell people is take it slowly. If you normally eat breakfast at 8 in the morning, I want you to try to extend it to 9 a.m. the next day, and then if that's fine, then the next day I want you to push it to 10 a.m. And then if that works out fine, then the next day I want you to push it to 11 a.m. until you get to the time where you have decided you are going to break your fast. Now, I have people that could care less about breakfast, and so it's easy for them to break their fast at lunchtime, at noon, and then eat, and then they have their 8-hour window. So whenever you break your fast, the clock starts and you get 8 hours to eat all your food. Okay. Now I have another client that it's super easy for her to, once I'm done eating dinner, I don't snack at all. That has never been a problem with me. That's not a temptation of mine. I don't snack at all. I just drink tea or water, and that's how I do it. But I'm starving in the morning. Can I break my fast earlier that day? Of course you can. You can break your fast earlier that day. So, excuse me. So for her, she's an early eater. So she'll break her fast at 10 a.m. and then she'll eat all the way until 6. And for her to not eat in the evening is not a big deal. I am a late eater. I like to eat all the way till 10 p.m. at night because I stay up until midnight. I like to eat at night. I like, like if Dan and I are sitting down to watch a show, I usually will, have some nuts or some fruit or something like that. And so I don't break my fast until 2 p.m. because I've never cared for breakfast. So, you pick the 8-hour window that suits you, that works for you, what's best for you. And, we're flexible, if sometimes, because I don't, because I don't normally break my fast till 2 p.m. If a girlfriend wants to meet up with me for lunch and we're meeting up at 12, fine. I'll meet up with her at noon, and I will have lunch with her. I will enjoy that time and not feel guilty. But then what I'll do later that evening is stop eating earlier. So I will adjust if I can, and if I can't, that's okay too. You know what? This is life, and we're gonna do the best we can with what we've got. Okay? And so, no shame, no guilt. Don't beat yourself over it, up over it if you feel like you've messed up, because you have not messed up. Okay, you have not messed up. All right. Um, why intermittent fasting? Quickly, intermittent fasting. Okay, our bodies, at the end of the night, when we eat our last morsel of food, suppose it's dinner, that's our last morsel of food. Our bodies take anywhere from 8 to 10 hours to digest that last morsel of food. Okay? And so at that point, our glycogen levels are high. And then after 8 to 10 hours where we've digested all our foods, our glycogen levels are leveled off. And at that point, our bodies, well, starts to tap into our fats. Yes, it starts to tap into our fats for fuel. And so we want to extend that time where our body is tapping into fats for fuel. And that's why we have a 16-hour fast. Okay, does that make sense? But here's the key. Throughout that 8-hour window, you have to be eating all your calories. And we will get into that in later weeks, how many calories you'll need per your body. And everyone is different, okay? But if you are not eating enough food in your 8-hour window, guess what? Your fasting time is going to be way harder, okay? But if you are meeting your calorie goals in your 8-hour window, your 16-hour fasting will not be a problem at all. It really will not be a problem at all. Meanwhile, what can you consume in your fasting time? You can drink water, and you need to be drinking half of your body weight in ounces daily. Okay, so if you're 100 pounds or 120 pounds, you have to be drinking 60 ounces of water every day. Okay, so that's going to really help you not have the hunger pains as well. I drink herbal teas in the evening. In the morning when I wake up, I drink black tea. I don't add anything to it. You can have black coffee. You can have a splash, of almond milk or oat milk or, coconut milk or whatever you like. But be very careful, because we don't want that to cause our glycogen levels to go up, and then we messed up our fast. So that's why I just prefer just black. And then how do you transition to black if you're a coffee creamer and sugar kind of a gal? You just do it slowly. You just use less and less each day until you get to drinking it black, basically. Okay. What is? Oh, the last thing. I have my notes here. The last thing, and it's the most important thing that I want to share with you. Oh, if you don't get anything correct, which I know you will, but if you don't get anything correct, this is the one thing I want you to get correct, okay? Is mindset. Mindset. Mindset is, I want to say, 90% of the whole program. You have to set your mind to succeed, okay? You are a success already by signing up, okay? Truly, you are. So I am asking you to set your mind to success. Your cup is half full, not half empty. You are not a failure. You are a success, okay? And so, I don't want you to say, I can't do it. I don't want you to say, this is too hard. I don't want you to say, I want to quit. No. No, not on my watch. You're not going to do that, okay? Because you are going to succeed. We're taking each day as it comes, each week as it comes, small, small steps until you get it. And you will get this, okay? But set your mind in the right place, okay? Set your mind up to succeed, because you will. I am, that's why, I am shouting it from the social media mountain, because I believe in this program wholeheartedly. There are no gimmicks. There's no extra things to purchase. You are learning tools that you are going to be able to implement for your entire life. I have never been on any program where I've been doing this since January 4th. I can't believe I am still doing it as strong as ever. And my body is still changing. My body is still changing. I am floored. I'm floored. And it's going to happen for you too. So be patient. Don't think in 3 weeks time you're going to be at your goal weight. Because first of all, you're not going to be stepping on the scale. But don't believe that in 5 weeks time you're going to be cut. Okay? Muscles take time to grow. And they will grow. But give yourself time, give yourself patience, give yourself grace to grow in this, okay? The whole idea of Fast Your Way is that we grow our muscles because you know how we've been taught eat 6 small meals a day and our metabolism will rev up? That's not the truth. The truth is the more lean muscle you have, the more muscle that you have in your body, the faster your metabolism will be. So this whole program is about growing your muscles. Okay? Because that is going to rev up your metabolism. All right, ladies? So we are going strong. We are going hard. I know it's a challenge. I went through what you guys went through. I know it's a challenge. But we're going to get through this together. Okay? We are going to get through this together. And I look forward to it. I am so loving all of you. I pray for you. You guys are on my mind daily. And it's going to be great. Okay? All right. Have a good evening. Bye.